Corona. My Corona. Yeah, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another bright new morning. Yes, indeed, it's... One moment, please. It's Saturday, the 28th of March, 2020. A warm welcome along to today's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the Bracknell state-of-the-art television studio complex this morning. As always, boys and girls, welcome along to the show. Can I just ask you, you know when those of you waiting on YouTube, okay, when it's like there's a picture, what was the picture today? I think it was me just woken up, wasn't it? The picture of me, you know that picture of me just woken up, that stays there. And then it's supposed to start, if you see what I mean. You're supposed to then go to a picture of the Union flag, and then the film starts, and then I appear. Now, I noticed when I check that, it seems to go from the picture of me to some sort of error. Does that happen to everyone else? And all you have to do is refresh the page and it bursts into life. But does that happen to anyone else? I noticed that this morning. I did notice that this morning and yesterday, and I assume that there was something wrong here, but I have a feeling it's the same for everyone, so I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, very good morning to you, gang. Another bright, new, beautiful day out there. A little bit parky today, I must say, and I'm sitting here at the moment waiting. I'm waiting for a delivery. Now, can anyone guess what that delivery is this morning? Anyone idea? Go on, have a guess. Have a wild stab in the dark, boys and girls. What possibly could be my delivery this morning? Any idea? Good morning to Jason Hughes. He's already texted in this morning. I always forget to put my opening code thing on there, and then the names don't come up. But I know it's Jason. I recognise his phone number now. There we go. Oh, low power mode. Oh, if you want to send any texts, get them in quick. I forgot to plug in the phone. Oh, I can do it down here, can't I? Hang on, I can do it down. Trouble is, if I do it down here, I might miss a message or two. Oh, you haven't read my messages out. People get ever so upset, don't they? Just because they didn't get their blooming messages read out. There we are. Let's just plug in there. Has that worked? Oh, yes. Trust this computer. Of course I trust this computer. It's my little friend here. My little black box of magic. Black, that's not a racist comment, incidentally, boys and girls. Before you all... Ow! What a really racist comment. You just called it a black box of magic. That's really racist. No, it's not. It's a black box with a computer in it. As you well know. That's exactly what it is. Shall I say hello to some early people this morning? Why not? Why not? Good morning to Colin Coates. Diane Jebb, hello. Mandy Davenport. Mandy's there. Mandy, I think you might need a bit of help. I'll come to that in a moment. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Hello to Padgero. Morning, Padgero. Nice to see your little face appear there, my dear. What fun things to do with tech is in the house. Good morning. Who's now seen me on TikTok. I have done my first two TikTok. Well, it's actually three, but two TikTok videos. TikTok videos. That's what. Oh my God! £2 super chat this early in the show. My God, what's going on, dear? Have you just won the lottery? Ba 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 ba. Have you just won the lottery? Thank you very much. A £2 super chat already coming in on this programme. Yeah? I bet Naga Monchetti on breakfast time this morning. Bet she never got any super chats. No, she never got any. I got super chat, £2. Bet she got nothing this morning. Nothing. Except a very large wage from the BBC. Of which I'm a member, incidentally. Remember that. I am a member. Let's go. Where are we now? Good day to Padgero, as I said. Correct. Baked beans are... Now, do you want the baked beans story today? I'm not sure that all of you have heard it yet. Do you want the baked beans story today? Michael Pullman, baked beans. Mandy Davenport, beans. The Shed Singer is with the super chat there. Thank you very much. Good morning to Gavin Bass. Yes, I'm going to even show you the text. I've got my phone is here because my doorbell rings on the phone. It's good, isn't it? Have you had the doorbell story about the Ring doorbell? Have I done that one? Oh, I have. Okay. Please yourselves, darling. 1 minute. Let's have a look there. Where's my text this morning from the post office? Oh, yes, dear. All the great organisations talk directly to me. I haven't heard from the Prime Minister for a couple of days. I hope he's all right, dear. Vile people on the Facebook yesterday. Actually pleased that he'd got the coronavirus. What's wrong with people, eh? You may have seen my thing. Here we are. Let me just check. I don't want to reveal my private phone number to you all, because you'll all be ringing. Oh, just rung up for a chat. Okay, yeah, right. Oh, I just wanted to say hello. Well, what do you want to say? Oh, just to say hello. What's the point of that? Have something to say if you're going to ring me. Let me just check that I haven't got any special photos appearing on here before I start. There it is. Wholesale parcels due today between 9:03 and 12 o'clock. The baked beans are coming. So that must... I may have to dash downstairs. Yes. What's more important, this show or the baked beans? I think you know the answer to that, my loves. Because, of course, it's been very difficult getting a delivery, and I can't get baked beans. So what I did is I went on Amazon. Oh, you've heard it already. Oh, okay then. All right. Please yourselves. There's less repeats here than is on ITV. I'm telling you that now. Stop moaning. People always moaning. Oh, moan, aren't they? Who else is here today? Let's have a little... Oh, there he is. Mike Rees-Ponto. Mike is a little happy boy today, aren't you, Mike? Mike has received his clock in the post. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You want one of those, don't you? Mike Rees-Ponto has received his United Kingdom Talk clock. I say that with an L. In the post yesterday. From Hermes Delivery. They took 4 days to get it to him. I mean, for God's sake, I'm not being funny or anything. I know there's a slow things going on. 4 days? 4 days at a cost of nearly £5.80, I think it was, something like that. They are Mike Rees-Ponto. I think 2 people have got clocks now. I think it's Mike Rees-Ponto. And, oh no, there was a bingo winner a few weeks ago. Now, what was his name? Let me see. John O'Connor, I think, won one. John O'Connor won a bingo clock. Rachel, she... Oh, there's someone at the door. Someone's at the door. I've got to go. Oh my God, my beans are here. Hello. Yeah, thanks very much, darling. Appreciate it. See you, darling. Be careful. No, it's not the beans. Something else. I don't know what it is. It's not the beans. Can you give me a second? I've got to wash my hand because I just touched that infected parcel now. Just a moment now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm back in a minute. Stay there. That's better. It's not the baked beans. Oh no, it's another package. I don't know what's in it. How exciting. Another package, but if I open it, then I'll have to wash my hands and go through all that business. Oh, gee, I haven't got time to do that now. Oh no, look. Got wet on here as well. Do you know, I'm wondering, with all this hand washing, right, and those of you that are sensible and do realise there's actually something going on out there that we don't want to be involved in, I wonder if all this hand washing and self-isolation, we should presumably get other less things like, I don't know, like colds on the sort of minor scale of things, and on the other end of things, meningitis. Do you know what I mean? Surely, if we're cutting ourselves off from people, like me, cut myself off from virtually everyone now. If you cut yourself off from people, and when you get a parcel in the door and you put the parcel, you're supposed to put the parcel down and either wash it, literally wash it, or leave it there for, I think they said 24 hours, by which time it's dead. This virus thing on there. But you're not touching anyone or anything. You're not bumping into anyone. You're not breathing in someone's disgusting bad breath. And believe me, there's a lot of people like that in the world. Oh, God. They come up to me at the karaoke. They go, oh, excuse me, Chris. Jesus. Dirty people who don't brush their teeth. It's not the only disgusting thing this morning. I tell you, well, where's this dirty cow? Stacey Solomon. Now, who is she? What does she do? Stacey Solomon. I'm not quite sure what she does. I've heard the name before. I can't remember what she... Is she like one of those Z-listers? Z-list celebrity who might have been on, I don't know, the Essex programme or the Geordie Shore programme, you know, pretty for on the telly for as long as she's young and pretty, and then bye-bye, send in another one, dear. Is she one of those? I'm not sure who she is. Or was she in EastEnders? Why has she got a connection to EastEnders in my head? I don't know. Anyway, Stacey Solomon has admitted she can't... Dirty cow. Dirty, filthy cow. This is in today's Sun. The last time she washed her privates, she can't believe the last time she washed her privates as she treated herself to a thrush bath. Now, what the hell is that? I thought thrush was some sort of disease you get in your mouth via an asthma thing. But I don't know. She can't remember the last time she washed her privates as she treated herself to a thrush bath. I don't know what the hell that is. The 30-year-old star has been kept busy this week as she tried to homeschool her two oldest children. Top marks for her for doing that. Because, of course, all the schools are closed. There's a picture of her. Well, I must say, she looks all right for 30. It's not a particularly flattering picture. I mean, I have no unflattering pictures of myself. Isn't that funny? Do you know, quite regularly I go through all my pictures on Facebook, and I think I'm lucky to be as good looking as I am, don't you? You know, the years have been very, very kind to me. I mean, even at close up, you can't really see the lines at all, can you? And I've had no work done. Not like some of these Herberts on the telly. Don't they look awful? In particular, the American news anchors. They've all had something done to their faces. Oh my God, they look awful. And here is the 11 o'clock news from NBC. And they'll have a little jingle and a little bit of graphics going on. And then it zooms in and there's this thing sitting there. I'm sorry, thing, yes, with great big lips out here and tight face like that. Hello, here is the 9 o'clock news from NBC. And the graphics fire at you at the screen. Not like our lot on the BBC. And we don't have any of that here. We don't have any of that. They are all... I don't think anyone on BBC News looks like they've had their face done, do they? Nope, not even Naga Monchetti. None of them have had anything done to their faces. Which is pretty obvious when you look at Kay Burley. Oh, my God, dear. That old bag. About time she gave it all up, my love. Go and retire. Nobody likes you, dear. Nobody likes you. Go away. Go away. Oh, the woman with the cold up. Can we go back to this story, please? I digress. Stacey Solomon finally managed to get some well-deserved alone time this evening, talking to Instagram to confess that once they're on Instagram, that's it. You know they're not on the telly anymore. So so they do things like go on Instagram. Some of them do YouTube shows. You know, some of them that haven't quite made it onto the television, they just do YouTube shows. I, of course, have been on the BBC, as I like to remind you, not all the time. Not all the time, but I have been on BBC One Colour and prime 10 to 7 at night. Thank you very much. One or two of you have probably been on the telly, you know, as a member of the audience, you know, in a little quiz show, something like that. I don't know, on Tipping Point with Ben Shepherd. Hello, welcome to Tipping Point. My name's Ben Shepherd. Smile. It's all fake. It's all smake. Smile. Or little Warwick Davis, bless his heart. You know, what's that thing he does in something or other? Little Warwick Davis. Do you not know what Warwick Davis? Let me give you a little impression of Warwick Davis. Hello and welcome to Tenable. My name's Warwick Davis. Smile, smile, fake smile, fake smile, fake smile, fake smile. Warwick Davis, bless his little heart. I don't care this morning. I just don't care anymore. Can we go back to this story? We keep digressing, don't we? It says, sharing, this is Stacey Solomon we're talking about, sharing a video of her tub slowly filling with water. Stacey added a bath bomb. Like, what? That's a round smelling thing, isn't it? See, I don't have a bath here. I don't have a bath. No, it's one of the first things I did when I came in here is I had the bathroom done and I had a power shower put in. Yes, you go under there, several layers of skin go down that drain, dear. Not in Stacey Solomon's case. Dirty cow don't wash her bits. Awful. Sharing a video of her tub slowly filling with water, Stacey added a bath bomb, bath salts and rose petals as an indulgent tweet. Why would you want to put rose petals in there? That's not a good idea because they go all mushy and they might end up being sucked into one of your holes, mightn't they? How awful! You just imagine going down casual. You don't want to go near a hospital at the moment, dear. Catch all sorts of things in there. I'm telling you, I reckon you've got a good chance. If you're unfortunate enough to be forced to go to a hospital at this point, that's not a good thing for anything else, anything at all. You don't want to be going in there. Oh, hello. I mean, just imagine the nurse at casualty when you go, the triage. Very, very important people. Would you like to come through, Mr. Reardon? Triage is over here. Very, very important people, dear. Very important. Yep. Yeah. Mr. Reardon, would you come through to triage? But just over here, please, sir. No, over here, please, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. One of those, dear. Very, very important people. Triage nurses. Very important people. Oh, hello, nurse. Very pleased to meet you. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Reardon? I was having a bath. Yes, did you slip over in a bath? No, I haven't slipped over in a bath. Well, could you get to the part? Well, I'm trying to, dear. If you just give me if you just tell us what's wrong, Mr. Reardon. Yes, I was in the bath. Well, you just said that, Mr. Reardon. Yes, and I had some rose petals in there, and I noticed there were 10 rose petals when I got in. When I got out, there was only 2 left. Yes, and what's the problem with that? I think they may have been sucked into my body somehow. You know, I just imagine the embarrassment of having to tell a nurse that. I would die. Sorry, a moment of amateurism there where you saw the actual bedroom door open. Some people, I don't really want to tell you this, not this time in the morning anyway. Some people, they go in casualty with things stuck inside themselves. I mean, you know, most of us are adults on this programme, and I kind of hope at this moment that any of my great nephews and nieces are not watching this programme. Just for a moment, if you could just turn the sound off if there are any small children watching. Right? They go in there with inanimate objects stuck inside themselves. Awful. I mean, I'm a man of the world. I can almost understand some things. Rubber things. Plastic things. Cucumbers. Bananas. But for God's sake, light bulbs. I mean, why on earth a light bulb? I don't get it. I mean, the embarrassment. Can you just imagine that? Going to casualty. I mean, how would you be walking? How would you be walking? That's the other thing, isn't it? How would you be walking? You know, going into the casualty. You know. Oh, the pain! Why, oh, why a light bulb? Dreadful. Can we go back to the story, please? You keep putting me off. You really do. This Stacey Solomon also had 2 sets of Polly Pockets laid out. What the hell's that? What's a Polly Pocket? I don't know what any of these things are. Laid out on a bathboard as well as a glass of Coca-Cola. Ah, right, I know where that one is. She captioned the post, I don't remember the last time I washed my important bits, let alone had a thrush bath. Dirty cow. She don't wash her bits. Oh, no, dear. Oh. The mother of 3 proudly followed up with a picture of her finished bath, writing, this may be my favourite bath bomb ever. It's so pretty. It's from Lush. I don't know what's Lush. Must be a stop. Anyway, some pictures of her with her children all smiling. And she actually looks like quite a decent person. I've got to be honest, Stacey Solomon. Pictures of her. The smile doesn't look fake. She looks like she's actually smiling. Then again, of course, she's with her children. There's seems to be 3 children. There's a little girl on the left, a little boy on the right, and a baby boy. Unless, of course, she's a liberal lefty and that little baby boy hasn't yet assigned his gender. Bless his heart, lovey. Perhaps he'd want to be anything you want. Don't tell him he's a girl or a boy. It will confuse him. Yeah, okay, right, mate. Can we get on with some of these messages? Let's see who's sending messages in this morning. Good morning, yes, Mike Reese. I read good morning to Roy the boy this morning. Hello, Roy the boy. Hello to young Stuart. Morning. Nice neighbours we got here. That was my first TikTok video. My second TikTok, or my third TikTok video. I just don't care anymore. I've gone mad. We're looking at TikTok videos now. Where else are we? Oh, let's scroll right up here. Good God. There's lots of people with messages here. Let's just see if we can get everyone's name out there. Paul and Lou. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Hello to Michael Lawrence. Michael is bored. Can you give him pain and suffering? No, Matt, excuse me. Excuse me, Michael. Mandy doesn't come randomly around and give pain and suffering for no reason. She waits to hear what I have to say. You can't just ask Mandy for pain and suffering. Although, that might be a little way of getting Mandy a little bit of cash in the bank there. That might be an idea. Mandy, feel free to take private bookings, my darling. Oh, I'm looking at my mobile phone instead of you. I'm so excited about the impending arrival of my baked beans to this channel. So excited. I won't be able to bring them straight up because I've got to leave them alone for 24 hours, dear, so that the virus dies off. Get dead! Yes, that's what we want. Good morning to Gary Reese-Ponto. Thank you, Gary, informing us that Mike likes his brand new clock. I hope it's tick-tick-tocking away there for you. It's not very loud tick-tock on that, is it, really? You could have that in the bedroom. You probably have, haven't you, really? I expect Mike and Gary they're laying in bed and now and again, it must be very embarrassing, really, what sort of, when you're going to kiss your other half in bed and they're actually looking at my picture on the clock. It's a bit creepy, isn't it? Do you find that a bit creepy? Is it creepy? Is it very... I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. Is it very strange and mysterious to do something like that, do you think? You're laying in the bed with your other half, aren't you? And you go over to kiss them. Like that. And then you look at them in the eyes and you realise they're not looking at you. They're looking at a picture of me on the clock. How strange and mysterious. Yes. Anyone else want a clock? Here we are. We've got the clocks. It's sale time, boys and girls. There's our delightful clocks. Unfortunately, they are a little bit expensive. We managed to cut a couple of quid off the price because we found another way to post them. So these are now £22. £22 for a clock, only on PayPal. Okay, £22 on PayPal, and I'm afraid £32 on Super Chat. 22 on PayPal, 32 on Super Chat because of the amount that the YouTube take off us there. Okay, that's a read. Wasn't the Bean Man, not the Bean Man at all. Roy sent something to Mixed Mowers by Hermes. It took 2 weeks. Is that right? Christ almighty. 2 weeks. It's outrageous. Why does it take so long for them to do stuff? But then again, you do it cheap. Well, you don't do it cheaper, actually, because they came and picked it up from me. They actually came and picked it up from my house. Cost about £5. I think it was about £5.80. If I take it into the post office, £4.50. But you don't want to be around people at the moment. You've got to avoid as many people as possible. Keep banging that into everyone's heads as much as I possibly can. Difficult when you're going down the shops and that, but you know. I'm going to have to scroll down a little bit here because we've not kept up there. Hello to Rachel. Morning to Rachel Wheatland. Rachel's got her clock there. Where's your clock, Rachel? I would imagine it's in your kitchen. Is your clock in your kitchen? Eh? Mike and Gary have got it in the bedroom right next to their heads so that you can look up when they're fed up looking at each other. They just look at me and immediately are filled with happiness. Happiness, that's what we want. Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. That's what we want. Happiness. Can we have a refund? No refunds. Cash only, no checks. That's the only thing with the Super Chat thing, of course. You can't refund it. There's not a mechanism that YouTube have to refund it back again. If you pay for stuff by PayPal, yeah, no problem. You can refund a PayPal thing, but not a YouTube thing, unfortunately. And even if you did, I suppose you could, if someone paid for something on the Super Chat and you wanted a refund, you have to remember that YouTube have already taken 30% of that. And you can't get that back. So if you buy something for £10 and you want a refund, you're only going to get £7 back, I'm afraid. Look how quick I was with my money there. You see that? You see that? Now, I'm not good at maths. I don't think I'm good at maths. Money, no problem. I know every last penny I've ever lent to anyone. Don't you worry about that, my loves. And if it's not paid soon, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. And I will, of course, have help. Have help to retrieve my payment. Not only from the boys from Can't Pay, Will Take It Away, Mr. Paul Bowhill, a friend of mine on Facebook. Mr. Paul Bowhill, Can't Pay, Will Take It Away. Nope, I've got something much more. What's the word? I've got someone much more who will help me with getting my money back. Yes, Mandy Davenport will be sent round if you don't pay the money back soon. Thank you very much. Watch out for that. Good morning to LaBelle. Your emerald-eyed bumblebee of magic is here. Lots of bees around at the moment. Great big fat bumblebees. Aren't they beautiful bumblebees? Have you ever looked at one carefully? That beautiful little furry body that they've got. They go from flower to flower. You go right up to them. And sometimes they come around, but of course they come around me a lot. You know, what with me being a flower. I am a beautiful flower, as you can see before you. I don't need to tell you that. You already know that, don't you? I am a beautiful flower, and these bees come buzzing around me just to check if there's any nectar in me that they want to suck out, like they do with the flowers. But they have a little bees. Don't brush them away. Worst thing you can do. Don't start doing this, dear. They think you're attacking them. Just let the bee. It comes and sometimes comes right up to your ear. Has a little look, and off it goes. Not interested. Just come to say hello, the little bee. That's all. They're such beautiful little creatures, bees, I think. TikTok. That's what we want. TikTok videos. Good morning to George Bond. George is following me on TikTok. I don't know if he's here this morning, but damn, his name's gone right out of my head. Joey Millen. Joey Millen and his girlfriend, they got TikTok videos. And I've got to say, I can't see him here this morning. Maybe I haven't gone down that far down the list of messages. I've got to say, Joey Millen and his girlfriend, very good at the TikTok videos. I did this one where we sort of mimed over Donald Trump yesterday, and I found it incredibly difficult to get the mouth moving at the same time as the audio. Perhaps it just requires some practice. I've got no doubt in my mind that the youngsters that do that, they are very, very good. the girls and boys, and they're kind of young people, sort of, I suppose the average age is actually quite young. I would say 17 to 20, no, 15 to 20. The 15 to 20-year-old age group are very, very good at those TikTok videos. They really are. And I would imagine, they just watch it once and they can do it like that. Perhaps it's a younger brain that's enabling them to do that. That being said, there's plenty of other people on there who do stuff. Not just miming, someone playing the piano, violin. My favourite lady who's just got with a really dry sense of humour I mentioned yesterday. I can't remember her name now. I don't want to bring it up on the phone. I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring, you see, for my baked beans. Did I tell you about the baked beans? Have I told you about the baked beans yet that are arriving today? She's really good, and everything's on there. But in particular, I've got to say, the young people on there, and they're like 15 to 20-year-old age group, and they do these dance routines. It just amazes me what they're doing on there. I found it really difficult to match up and I know it's not bang on. I know that. Matched up my thing with the Donald Trump when he was being on some stupid lefty. This is American. This is in America. Some stupid lefty. He says she comes up. She stands up and she says, "Why do you call it the Chinese virus?" She said, "Don't you think that's that?" She says that's racist. You're calling it a Chinese virus. It's nothing to do with people of another race. He said that's not racist. He said it's from China. China. Stupid cow. No mention of racism at all in that. The virus is from China. What do you call something that comes from China? It is Chinese. You see this on the back here? This is Chinese. It's come from China. Stupid woke lefties. I can't bear them. Trouble is, I've started telling them now as well. I can't bear. I've ignored them for so long now, these stupid people on the Facebook, and I've started fighting back because I'm not having it anymore. And you must do the same. Do the same. Don't listen to these ridiculous comments that they come out with. Stupid, thick people. All of them, dear. Let me carry on there. Loose Women. Oh, no, thank you very much, Pajero. Loose Women, one of the worst, awful programmes on the telly. Oh, hello and welcome to Loose Women. Oh, well, I've had a terrible time with my husband this week. Oh, how interesting is that? How boring, and I can't bear it, Loose Women. Oh, is that the thing Stacey Solomon's on? Is that what you're saying? Is she on that? Roy the Boy, X Factor. Oh, of course, I've realised how far I've gone now without going to the messages. Stacey Solomon was an X Factor contestant. I remember now. Yes. Did she win? Did she win, or was she just in it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch. I don't like the X Factor. I don't like that whole self-proclaimed 4 judges. It's not about the contestants anyway. It's a programme about judges. Like so many of these things on the telly now. Even the dance programme, when all the little children, it should be all about the children doing the dancing and the talent on the stage. Not 4 judges sitting there blasting off into a microphone. That's not a talent show to me. A talent shows like, for example, with Huey Green. Huey Green, do you remember that? Opportunity Knocks. Opportunity Knocks. From Thames Television. And now, live from London, Opportunity Knocks. Here is your host, Huey Green. And he used to come on. And he introduced the programme and introduced the acts. He didn't sit there and tell them how bad or good they were about it. They just came on the stage and did their numbers. We had, there was a similar programme actually about, I remember because this is when I became first ill with my blood thing. About 10 years ago it was. 10 years ago, I can't remember the title of it. It wasn't Bradley Walsh. It was someone who looks similar to Bradley Walsh. And it was on BBC Two. I think it was on every night at like 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock or something like that on BBC Two. And basically, it was a sort of a low stage. It wasn't that high, about a foot high, this stage. And the studio audience, probably at TVC, at Television Centre in London. And he would introduce the acts, and they would come in and do their thing, and everyone in the audience had a button, and it was like a like or a. I think they were just likes. I don't know if they were dislikes or likes. Something similar to the Facebook thing, you know. And then there would be like a scoreboard, and these lights would come on. And from what I'm just trying to do it from memory, this might not be exactly right, but I'm trying to do it from memory. I think it was some computer screen or something, and it told you how many points they got and the winner each week. Right? They came on, did their number, and then got a score. There was no 4 judges sitting there telling them how bad or good they were, making them feel bad about themselves. You know, you've seen my karaoke streams. Some people can sing, some people don't. Some people can't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Have you heard me once stand on that microphone, unless it's a joke, and I know the people I can joke with and the people I can't joke with? Toby, for example, he knows exactly what's going on. Ray Reynolds, he knows exactly what's going on. You know, I would introduce people sometimes. I'd like to welcome a friend to the stage this afternoon, someone I've known for ages and ages. Unfortunately, they're not here, so please welcome Ray Reynolds. That's the sort of thing I do, right? But have you ever heard me slag off someone because they're such bad singers? Answer, no. No. I've slagged off people who do endless ballads, depressing us all. But never ever would I take someone down like that. It's not right, and that's why I don't like the X Factor and the talent show. The talent show, just spat on my microphone. Then oh my God, I need spray quickly, spray. That's why I would never do that. You see, I do not like judging people like that when they're doing their little thing. Some of them have waited their entire lives for that moment to appear on the telly, only to be told by blooming, I don't know, Simon Cowell or Cheryl Cole, well, you're not quite right. How dare you? How dare you? No, it's not nice. But that being said, hugely popular. You love to see it, don't you? You love to see people, poor people who have come on that stage, not poor necessarily in financially, but nevertheless, some of them will be very poor people who have come on that stage after for years and years, and they've had this opportunity. You know, someone's come to them from the X Factor, and they've gone over to them, seen them, because they have scouts that go out. I've had them in my karaoke. They come out. And they go up to someone who's perhaps, shall we say, not particularly good at doing a thing on the telly, a thing on the stage. Gone up to them and said, "We think you should be on the X Factor, and I've got to tell you, you're really good. You've got a really good chance of winning." They don't mean that. What they want to do is get that person on the telly. I'd love to give you an example, but I won't, because that would be unfair to the person, you know. And we'd love to see you on the telly. We think you've got a really good chance of winning. You've got no chance at all of winning that. You are being put on the stage to be ridiculed. But unfortunately, some of these people actually believe what they're being told, and they come up to me. I've had them come up to me, "Oh, Chris, I can't believe it. I've got through the first stage of X Factor. They told me I've got a really good chance of winning." And you know how that person sings, and you know how that person looks, and you know what that person wears. They have no chance whatsoever of winning the X Factor. Toby would have more of a chance of winning the X Factor than they do. But that's what they're told, to get them on the stage and be ridiculed for your entertainment. And you sit there watching it. No, not nice. Not nice. Morning to Sean Pye. Good morning to you. LaBelle, I don't think it works that way. If anything, it might be more contagious conscious about our cleanliness and hygiene. What the story there about Stacey Solomon? I don't know what that is. A thrush bath and all that business. Mix out for a drive. Good morning, Rachel. Silent viewers out there, a very good morning to our silent viewers, including Jason Hughes, who's sent a text. He's very quick with the text this morning. Very, very quick with the text. If you're a silent viewer and you want to join in the conversation, please feel free to use the texting service there, my darlings. Just the number up there. There's a little message here. Let's have a look here. We have had a couple of reports of people not being able to get on the chat box for whatever, and I don't know why that is. There's one here, but I don't know who this is from. It says, "Good morning. Can't seem to be able to message on the chat box. Don't know if I've been blocked or something." No, you won't be blocked. If you can see the show, you're not blocked. You can't as far as I know, you can't block people on the chat box. You would have to block them from the whole thing, so you wouldn't be able to see the show. So no. Your number finishes 94, so I don't know who you are. You haven't put your name on there, my love. All right, so if you want to put your name on there, I can read out your little message. Yeah, anyone who has problem with the chat box, and some people do sometimes, just use the text number up there, top left-hand corner, okay? 07551 259 675. 07551 259 675. I think Mick was a bit upset by me swearing on my TikTok video. Remember, I do several different things here. This, you'll never hear me do a bad word on here. We might drop perhaps an arse sometimes or something like that. Well, I don't consider that particularly good swearing, do you? TikTok, different thing, okay? Twitter, different thing. All different things. You want it clean and sparkly? Just stick with this and cancel yourself from the TikTok videos. All right, love? Facebook again. Facebook's kind of halfway. I don't consider what I put up there today really offensive. No, just a bit of fun. That's all it is. If I was to say to you, Mick, you're a FNW... that is offensive, and you wouldn't hear me do it anyway. All right. That's the difference. Morning to Fran Green. Babies have thrush in their mouth. Women have thrush down below. Do they? Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that, really. I don't think it's something that I've had. Is it just a women's disease? Oh, no. I'm sure I've seen men who have had it, and because of the use of this. Am I right with that or wrong? I've had, like, whiteness in my throat before, and I put it down to that. Really? Or the brown one. You know, the brown one. Because I used to have a brown one. I stopped bothering that, to be honest. And it had like this device on it. And I think you're supposed to wash out your mouth after you've done it. I'm supposed to wash out your mouth a little bit like that. Good morning to Scammer Basher. Hello to you. Hello to Mark Jones. He's had problems getting in the chat box as well. Don't know why. Mike Responto. Is it where she sits on a bird bath in the garden and splashes the water all over herself? Oh, I've got a bird bath here. The birds don't come anywhere near it. I don't know why. I've had it for about 3 years. Never seen a bird in there. Funny, isn't it? All that money wasted. Oh, no, it was a present. Actually, it was a Christmas present from my mate 1 year. LaBelle, I'm sure they've had work done. If it's done right, you can't see the surgery at all. Well, you would think, LaBelle, those American news anchors, they're on an absolute massive loads of money, aren't they? You would think if they had that money, they would seek out someone who can do the job properly so you can't notice it, wouldn't you? Some of that plastic surgery is just horrendous. Look at Jackie Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's mum. Do you remember her? Is she still around? She came here on the Big Brother thing in the UK. Oh my God, she looked like some sort of monster. Awful. But these people think it looks good. The plastic, the lips and all that business. Not for me, I'm afraid. Morning to Gavin Bass. John Aiken. Good morning, John. Have you got your, was it you run the fridge magnet? Have you got it yet? That was posted. You weren't here the Monday, were you? I think it was posted Tuesday or Wednesday morning. One of those. Have you got your fridge magnet yet, John? I'm sure it was you, that one. Was it Crime Watch you was on, Scammer Batter? Yeah. Stealing personalities from other people. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. A bath bomb is supposed to be filled with soap as well, is it? Okay. I don't know what a bath bomb is. I've never had one here. Stu, I'm going to Google how to make home baked beans. You can do that. There's a recipe for that. But you still got to buy the beans. So you might as well buy baked beans. Of course, you could add your own flavourings on that. My mate adds a bit of Worcestershire sauce? The brown Liam Perrins? Is that Worcestershire sauce or is it Liam Perrins or is that the same thing? My mate puts a bit of that in his beans. I tried that the other night because I've got these cheap beans from Aldi at the moment. Coral. They're okay. And not much flavour. My favourite baked beans are Branston baked beans. Have I told you that my beans are arriving today? You know the catering pack from Amazon? Oh, I've told you that already, have I? Okay. LaBelle, triage are important. They're the ones who make sure you don't lose. They don't lose you in the hospital. You could get lost in a hospital, couldn't you, I suppose, when you think about it? Some of these big hospitals, you go round and round for ages. It's like a day out. It's like a day out going to an hospital. Why pay to go to Chessington Zoo or Thorpe Park when you can just go in your local hospital and run around there for a few hours? Eh? And then you know they've got those little trolleys, those little, I don't know what they are, little mini bus type things that go around in the corridors. You know, when you see one coming, quickly grab your walking stick and fall over. And it stop. Ever so sorry. Could you take me to? I'm really having trouble. Yeah, jump on the back. And you can jump on the back. Go for a little ride around the hospital. Stop off at the tea place. Get yourself a sandwich. You know, hop back on the back of the little bus going around the hospital corridors. Fantastic. Why, oh why, would you ever spend your money going to pay for one of the wonderful, what are they called, theme parks in the UK when you've got hospitals around? You don't need to pay to go into these theme parks. Just go into a hospital, right, and start walking around there. Some of these big hospitals, really large hospitals, you could be in there for hours, days sometimes, and you get lost in and out the little doorways. Wonderful. And then they've got the little buses that go around. I don't know what they're called. There's only enough people sort of two on the back, and there'll be a volunteer. Praise to the volunteers of the NHS. Praise to them. We praise them. We bow down in your holy names. Absolutely. But they've got volunteers driving these little things around. There'll be a little basket on the front, little lamp, and that noise that they make. Beep, 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 as they go along. Fantastic. Some of them have got a little flag on the back as well. And when you see one coming towards you, quickly fall over. The little bus will stop just before you. Everything all right? I was just walking down here. I can't. My legs are really bad. I can't walk with it. Oh, that's okay. Hop on the back. You know, and then get up. Don't get up too quick, because then you'll give the game away that you're not actually, that you don't actually have a problem at all with your legs. Don't get up too quickly. Let them help you. But remember, they are volunteers. You know, if they're sort of, most of the volunteers seem to be sort of over 50 for some reason. I don't know why that is. But they might not be, they're not going to be as strong as a butch man, sort of 30 years old, with tattoos. I'm getting into something else now. They won't be as strong as that. So, you know, give them a help when they're helping you up. And then you just go and sit on the back there. And right, where are you going to? Now you wanna stay on there for as long as possible to enjoy the hospital, you know, and the little ride around. It's like going on a ride. It's like going on a ride at a fun fair or something like that. Get on the back. I can't remember where it is now. I think it's just down there on the right. Well, what department do you want? Well, I'm not really sure what department, but I'll remember as soon as I see it. Could you go down that way, please? Right? And off you go. He pushes the little button on the front there, and off it goes, doesn't it? Beep, beep, beep. And it makes that noise all the time. Excuse me, could you turn that noise off, please? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, that's better. And then more people approaches, so he turns it on again. Beep, 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 beep. And it goes round a corner, and he gets you to where you said you thought you wanted to be. But you don't want to get up yet. You don't want to get off yet. You haven't had a proper ride yet, have you? It's like being at the fun fair. You know when you're on those dodgems, the cars, the little bumper cars and all that business. You know, and you're on there, rah, rah, rah. You're knocking over every kid that you can see possible. You're banging into every single thing. Says, please don't bump the other cars. You're having a laugh. What's the point in going on them then? If you're not going to bump someone else out of the car. Yeah, bang, 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 like that on the dodgems. And you're just getting into it, and ooh, and then the lights suddenly go dim, and all the power goes off, and it don't move anymore. You don't want that happening in the little hospital bus. Is this where? Oh, do you know what? And you get to the door that is. I think this is the place you want, and no, I don't think this is it. This doesn't look right. Actually, could you go down there? I think it's on the east. It might be on the east wing. And the bloke, you know, wonderful, these volunteers, once again, all hail to the volunteers of the NHS. And you shouldn't really be wasting their time doing this, let's be honest. But you want a day out, and you want a cheap day out where you haven't had to pay anything. So you carry on. I think it might be down the east wing, maybe on the second floor. Don't know. Okay, I'll take you there. And off he goes again, pushes the button. Beep, 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 as it drives along. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You go round for hours on that thing. And then you'll be going along, beep, 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 and the battery will die. Do you know what? My legs feel better now. Let me just try and walk, because the battery's died now. No point in staying on it any longer. No, that's all right now. Yep, yeah, thank you ever so much for the lift. I know where I'm going now. I recognise this, but it's just down there. Oh, I can take it. Oh, the battery's died. That's okay. I'm going to try and walk now. And then you get off and at least hobble while you're still in view. A little bit like the people that go down to the DHSS to claim their benefits when they're not supposed to be claiming benefits. You know, those sort of people. I have full support of anyone who's actually disabled. You deserve every penny you should get. People who aren't disabled and pretend to be, we all know them, dear. There they are. Outside, they know where the cameras are. They get near the cameras and they start hobbling, don't they? Like that. Hobbling. A little bit. That's what you got to do. When you get off that little bus, start hobbling down the corridor. And when you're around the corner, you just carry on. Wonderful. Why spend money going for... And then you can stop. You can stop anywhere, couldn't you? You could have stopped while you're on your travels. Now, what excuse could you use? Diabetes. That's it. Diabetes. You could use a diabetes excuse as you get off the... thanks for the ride. I'm feeling bad. Can we just stop there? And I need to get something to eat very quickly. And you could just, remember to hobble. Get off the back of that little bus and hobble over to the counter and get yourself perhaps a cheese roll or a Mars bar. Or if you're not vegetarian, you could have a dead animal sandwich, A dead animal sandwich. You get yourself a Mars bar, perhaps a cup of tea or a can of Coke. I would advise, if you get tea, get the one with a lid on the top because it might not be a very smooth ride. Depends how good they are at driving these little devices. Eh? And then you get back on and, you've been taken around the hospital. Lovely. Lovely. There you are, sipping your tea, open your sandwiches. Don't be nasty. Offer the bloke something who's driving you around on this thing. Just like a day out. Wonderful. That's wonderful. So there you go. Why spend money going to one of the theme parks here in the UK when you can walk into a hospital and have a day out in there? Remember your face marks, and very, very important, remember to put some money, you tight-fisted lot, in the little tin that's on the front of the hospital at the volunteers' place, which says, donations please, notes only, no change. Right. Some messages. We're doing none of these stories today, are we? A very good morning. Mick Davenport's hating the jacket. It's pink. I'm glad you hate it, Mick. But just remember, Mick, anything I do on this show is to upset you. And nothing gives me greater pleasure on this show than to see you moaning because of something I've done. It pleasures me to see that. It's my... Do you know, it's 11:10. Where's my baked beans? I haven't missed a call, have I? Let's see. Oh, no, thank God for that. 46 minutes ago. That was the other parcel, wasn't it? 46 minutes ago. We're still waiting for the baked beans. They should be here within the next hour. How exciting. Have I told you about the baked beans? You can get it's very difficult to get a delivery at the moment. You can get these big things from... I've told you, have I? It's on Amazon. 3 catering packs are arriving here today, according to the post office. Very, very excited. I shall show them. I might not be able to show them to you today because they would have been touched possibly by infected fingers. We don't like infections on fingers, do we? God knows some of you put your fingers in some very dodgy places. Aaron Tanner. Good morning, Aaron. A very good mind you to Aaron Tanner this morning. I think you're new. Welcome to the show. LaBelle in... Oh, dear, we've jumped down there, haven't we? I don't think we can get through these messages now. I've gone so far back. Where did we go? LaBelle... Well, I can't see it. There we are. Inanimate objects. How dare you? I'm going to have to ask you to wash your mouth out with soap. Fun thing to do with tech. I guess I had the broom handle or the toilet plunger in A&E, but I think he done worse. That maybe a glass bottle. Why a glass bottle? God's sake. Or a light bulb. Dear me. Stu, now looking up at light bulbs now. Better delete my surfing history. I mean, have I got one here? Yeah, now here's a small one. Look, you know, right? Here's a small one. I mean, this is an LED light bulb. Oh yes, I've got all the modern stuff here. LED lights, wonderful, dude. LED lights. That meter barely moves. And the electric board hate me. They hate me. They get about 3 pence a year from me. The electric board. Every single light's on here. The meter, you know, in a month it goes like that. In a month, just goes a little bit. My electricity meter. They hate me. The electric board. Let's have a look. LeBear. What strange is it? Assuming that the clock is in their bedroom. Of course it is, LeBelle. Why would you get a clock with a picture of me on it and hide it away where you can't look at it? What would be the point of buying that? It's a bit like people buying television sets. Do you buy a television set and then put it in another room behind lots of boxes and things so you can't see it? Of course you don't. They got the clock of me. Some people bought, some people won. He selected the clock of me so that they can sit there and adore my picture. I understand that. Why can't you understand that, LaBelle? I don't understand you, dear. Surely you must know that when you're giving out your little meet and greet pictures and things like that, you know people are taking them home. They're going into their bedrooms, propping them up on the side of the little mantelpiece or something like that in the bedrooms, and they're looking at it while they're drifting off to sleep. Right. Let me scroll down. Rachel says her clock is in the study next to my signed pictures of famous people. Yes, I am a famous person. Never look at B's bottoms. Why is that then? Is that where the stinger is? Good morning to Adrian Richardson. Welcome to the show, Adrian. We were talking about, you know, that business with old Trump, and he's not popular, is he really, Trump? I don't know. I think he's not popular. But we were talking about. Oh, there's a message here. Jason Hughes says you don't need any beans. You're full of wind already. Thank you, Simon. How do we find you on TikTok? Oh, what's my username? Do you know? I don't know. I don't know what my username is on TikTok. There's only a couple of little videos up there. I'm just delving into it at the moment. I love it. TikTok, hours. I'm on there hours. In particular at bed, I put it on. That's a swear word on there. You can't hear that on here. No, you're not hearing. Okay, Chris Reardon 2, which is that's a shame. Chris Reardon 2. I'd rather it be Chris Reardon UK. But it's not. It's Chris Reardon. I don't think you could choose your name, actually. Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, you can. Chris Reardon UK. Save. Set username. There you go. Okay, so my username on TikTok is the same as everything I've got, actually. Facebook. That's why I wanted to put that on there. Let me just check that I've got that on there. Right. 1 minute. You got to go on TikTok. Have a go yourselves, boys and girls. It's great fun. And 20 seconds of video, that's all you've got to do. Or I think it's 20 seconds or a minute. One of the two. Yes, so my username on TikTok is now Chris Reardon UK. The same as the YouTube, the same as the Facebook, the same as the Twitter. Chris Reardon UK is my TikTok. All right? Yeah. And what was that one? Do you want to see my Chinese one? This is the one about what happens is that you can either talk to it just normally with nothing behind you, or you can mime over something. And here's my one about Chinese. There was an interview with Donald Trump I was telling you earlier. So here it is. Look.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? Because ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
And that's it, basically. And there's like hundreds and hundreds of people on there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Give it a go. Oh, put that there. Get ready for my beans, which should arrive in the next 45 minutes. Did I tell you about my beans? I've got these catering packs coming from Amazon. £12 each. Yes, fantastic. John Aitken, I remember it came out. Hughie Green was Paula Yates' dad. Yes, I remember that. Hughie Green, he's been gone some years now, hasn't he? Fran Green, Opportunity Knocks. That was good. My uncle appeared on that with his band called Shimmer. He passed away last year. May he rest in peace. May you rest in peace, Fran. But how wonderful that during his lifetime he was able to do that on the telly. I shall never remember. I shall never forget the 2 minutes that Look North played out from me. I was so lucky with that. So lucky, and I'd always, perhaps it's a little bit too early, but I don't expect anything to come from that. I think in the back of your mind, you kind of hope someone might have seen it and picked it up and said, hang on a minute, mate, I think you can be good at this. That hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will in the future. But nevertheless, for your uncle there, and when they came round and did that little film of me, and on BBC One as well, wow, I can't tell you how that made me feel. It really was one of the highlights of my life. That and sitting here talking to you today. All right. The clapometer on Opportunity Knocks, that's right, they had this thing going up. So it was basically everyone clapping. There was no one slagging anyone off. It was just done by clapping, and whoever got the highest clap would be the winner of that week's show, and then there'd be a final and all that. John's been blocked from Facebook and Messenger for a week, and I don't know why. I shouldn't worry about it, John. It's probably not even someone that's done it. It'd be an algorithm. A logarithm. I still can't say it. LaBelle taught me to say that a while ago, but I haven't said it for a while, so I've forgotten how to say it now. Yes, Adrian, you can get thrush from your inhalers. I thought so. And also, if your sugar levels go wrong, I don't know anything really about thrush or anything like that. Yeah. Thorpe Park is £51, is it really? Yeah, but the thing is, Michael, I know that's a lot of money, and LaBelle and I have had this discussion on here occasionally, and that is the Disney thing. Now, if you was to go to Disney in Florida, and you buy your ticket, which lasts X number of days, and it is, when you pay it out, it is quite a lot of money. But they have enormous overheads. Enormous overheads. All those staff, all the electricity to run the place, all the maintenance they have to do. It's a big job running Disney. A big job, and it costs a lot of money. And when you start thinking like that, as LaBelle quite rightly corrected me some time ago now, months ago now, you actually think, well, actually, yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, it does cost a lot of money to run. The fact that there's thousands of people there, well, yeah. There's also hundreds of people working there. They've all got to be paid. It's all got to be maintained, And it's so clean at Disney in Florida. You walk around, there's always someone picking up rubbish. And they're happy people. Happy. I'm going to have to scroll down, right down. I'll do some names that. Yes, Sean. Yes, Sean, you're quite right there. The little bit I did there about the hospital, when I went into that, I suddenly thought that's a good one to send up to Lincolnshire, to the BBC there. So I'll be sending that one in, don't worry. You're supposed to be walking for exercising, not writing. Yes. Right. Stuart, are these beans coming today? A baked beans bath on your new TikTok channel? I haven't got a bath. I don't have a bath. I had it taken out. I've got a power shower. I haven't got a bath here. I think it's disgusting laying in a dirty bath full of dirty water. It's awful. Oh, how rude. If LaBelle gets mine, she's going to put it in the kitchen. Ah, you mean in front of somewhere that you stand so that you can adore my picture? Is that what it is? I wonder if people do that. Do they have pictures of people that they actually sit there and sort of bow down to? This was no difference in me in sort of kneeling down at the altar in the Catholic Church, I suppose, in front of a cross. What's the difference? There isn't any. Mandy's always getting blocked on Facebook. It's your snowflakes. No, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them at all. What else have we got there? Anything of general interest? No thanks, hospital. A minute, you can go if you want. No, I won't be going to a hospital. I will not be going to a hospital at the moment. Thank you very much. LaBelle, news anchors in the US make a good living, but not that good. Oh, really? Now that surprises me. I thought they were on like millions of dollars. Perhaps not. Only the ones who do war coverage and the ones who want to do more in television. Yeah, I mean, well, war coverage. I mean, who would want to go to Well, they do. I'm sure a lot of them don't do it for the money. They want to do it. A little bit like me doing this. I want to do this. This is something I want to do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here. Why would I be sitting here? Don't get paid. Why would I be sitting here if I didn't want to do it? Of course, when they go to places like Afghanistan and I don't know where else, North Korea, places that you might consider dangerous. Certainly Afghanistan is, and those sort of places. Iran, perhaps. Any of the places where, for example, where they hate the Americans. Countries that hate the Americans, but they need reporters there. So I suppose they would be offered a shed load of money to go there, wouldn't they? But are they doing it for the money? I don't think they all are. I really don't. It's like stars on the telly, and I know some of them. I think you can tell the ones are kind of doing it for the money. I could give you a load of names, really. I won't. And then I can tell people who are doing it because they love doing it. I think you're able to tell that. A very good morning to Mike Cullen, Algorithm. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Algorithm, that's the right one. LaBelle, Algorithm, that's right. We all need help, Mandy. You always know that. We all need help. Right, now where's my list of things that I was going to talk about today that we haven't got anywhere near any of these? According to the news, actually, we've still got people going out there in large groups. As you know, I'm not quite sure what it is in America, but certainly here in the UK, you're not supposed to be in groups of more than 2 people at the moment. I mean, presumably that would include small children as well, if you had like a family or that. But you're not allowed to gather in more than 2 people. But people are still doing it, and particularly in the cities. It seems to be a really big problem in the cities. And I suppose, like I said, all week, I've been saying all week, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I've got a sort of, it's not a massive house. I have an ex-council, but it's a house, not a room or a flat. I've got a garden. I can walk over the forest. That's my isolation, and we're still allowed to go for exercising at the moment. I have a feeling that might change in the next couple of days because people aren't listening. They're still being blooming stupid. But what we need, what we need out on the streets are people like Mandy Davenport, who can go up to people whenever she sees them in groups and dish out pain and suffering. Absolutely. But I'm not sure she could do it on her own. Even Mandy, with a vast experience of giving out, even Mandy will not be able to cope with the amount of people that must be punished, boys and girls. They must be punished. They've got to be beaten. They've got to be beaten down. But to get back in your homes. I want to see that on the telly. Ow, what a terrible thing that is. Look at the police beaten up. Well, they didn't do what they were told. They need to be beaten into submission. Beat them. Beat them. But I don't think even that's enough. What we need on the where are the Daleks? We are the Daleks. You must be exterminated. Where are the Daleks on the streets of the UK when we need them? They're not there. No, they won't come here now. They're frightened. They're scared of the virus. We need Daleks, and we need Cybermen, and we need giant spiders. Like on that documentary on BBC One, Doctor Who. That's what we need. We need the Doctor there, and they would take notice of her. These awful creatures that come from somewhere in outer space who regularly invade this planet, and for some strange and mysterious reason, they're not coming at the moment. When is the last time you saw a Dalek, eh? That's the question. When's the last time you saw a Dalek walking down the road? When's the last time you saw a Spider-Man? A spider? When's the last time you saw a Cyberman? Or those other things with the horns, what are they? I don't know what they're called. The Sumerians. No, the Sumerians, they're the bald-headed ones, aren't they? I could be a Sumerian, couldn't I? Look, I've got a bald head. The Sumerians and those things with the horn, they look a little bit like rhinoceroses. Where are they now? They're nowhere to be seen. We haven't been attacked on this planet for months now. Why is that? Ow! Oh, Daleks will not be invaded. We are afraid of the virus. Nowhere to be seen. You want their help? Hello, Daleks. Please come down on the planet. No, they're not there. Rude. That's what I call it. Rude. Pathetic. Daleks going around exterminate. Nowhere to be seen at the moment because they're afraid of catching the virus. Vile. But that's what we need. We need that going around the streets of the UK, rounding people up. We are the Daleks. We are the Daleks. Please break up immediately. Obey the Daleks. Break up. You're more than 2 people. Break up now, or you will be exterminated. And also, we could have the Cybermen walking around, couldn't we? The Cybermen. That's what we need, the Cybermen, you know. You are 2 people, more than 2 people together. You will be deleted, and then just delete them. Delete them. Delete them. Phaser them. They don't have phasers, do they? What weapons do Cybermen have? I think I'd quite like to be a Cyberman. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, wanting to have a relationship or anything with that, would you? And then when someone just upsets you, you just delete them. How wonderful would it be if we could all do that? Well, these people out there at the moment who are gathering around in large groups of numbers, having barbecues on public spaces and all that, in this time of trouble with the virus, they need Daleks and Cybermen. We need Daleks and Cybermen to go out there and assist the police in their very important duties. Thank you very much. That's what we need to assist us. Not a Dalek for miles. Oh, we're frightened of catching the virus. Pathetic Daleks. Think you're the kings of the universe? I don't think so. Rachel, they are doing it in India, giving them a good whack with sticks. Good! Is there any videos of that? I'd like to watch those tonight, this afternoon. Give me a little bit more entertainment. Like my favourite comedy show on the telly. Can't Pay Well, Take It Away. I love it. I love it. Oh, we didn't get the letter. Yes, you did, you lying old bag. Get out! Jason Hughes, you don't need any beans. You're full of wind already. How rude. LaBelle, here in the US, it's people who live with you are fine together. If they're not a part of your household, we're to be 6 feet apart. Yeah, I think it's about 6 feet here as well. Although, to be honest, I personally don't think that's far enough. If someone sneezes and the wind is coming towards you, it's going to blow back in your mouth, isn't it? Keep your mouth closed at all times. That's what I say. Everyone at this point should be walking around with a sealed plastic bag on their head. I saw a video yesterday, actually. Someone that went shopping in one of those plastic balls. You know those balls that they walk... I tell you what, apart from the idiots on Facebook with their stupid lefty ideas, and those people who don't believe this is all happening, it's all a big con to keep us all in our places. Apart from those sort of idiots on Facebook, and also going back to TikTok as well, there's some blooming wonderful talent that is appearing at the moment on your internet. I've got to say, there's some very, very funny stuff. Really funny stuff. Although I admit I'm getting a bit fed up with the endless rubbish being sent to me on the messenger system. And I quite rightly, I replied to them, please, you know, in a nice way. I'm not horrible about it. Please stop sending me these things. That's all to do. Thank you in advance. That's what I reply to people. Please stop sending these things. And then if they argue with me, then I just get rid of them. It's pointless. I've asked you nicely. Please stop sending me crap on my messenger. Photos of this, that and the other. And of course, the trouble is with all that business, you get it more than once. So if I got a picture, I don't know, of, say, a Dalek eating an ice cream. I'm a bit obsessed with Daleks this morning, can you tell? If you get a message of a Dalek eating ice cream, something like that, and you'll get it from 10 other people as well. Oh, not again. On and on, dear. On and on. And the other ones, oh, here is a hug. Please pass it round. Let's all hug each other. No, I'm not going to pass it round. Here is a heart to remember all the people that have had a cut finger this weekend. Please pass it on to remember all the cut people. No, not going to pass it round. Endless things and chain letters and crap. And of course, you've got all the other stuff as well there. You know, the really uninteresting stuff. The stuff. Oh, if you drink a sip of water every 15 minutes, the coronavirus lives in your mouth before it goes down into your lungs. And if you drink warm water every 5 minutes, you will wash the coronavirus down into your stomach and it will be killed by the acid in your stomach and you won't get coronavirus. Why is it that people actually believe that? How thick can you possibly be? And they don't even check out the stories, do they? They cut and paste whatever they see and on the internet it goes. Oh, I can't bear it, dear. Sometimes I wish you could actually take off Messenger from the Facebook. It's I cannot keep up with the messages on Facebook. That's why I say sometimes people ask for various to do with the show on the Facebook Messenger. Please don't do that. Always do it by email. There's my email address. Always, if it's something to do with the show, whether you've won a prize or you want a raffle ticket or you want to buy one of the little merchy type things, please do it by email because there's a folder that all the emails for the show drop into that folder and that's the first thing I deal with. First thing I ever deal with when I open the email thing is the messages that come through from you to do with the show. Before everything else, before bills, everything else, I deal with the messages that come through from the show. But you can't look everywhere. You can't look on Twitter, on it. Do it by email. And then it's in the right place for me to deal with whatever you need to do there, my darling. All right. What was in your Sports Direct mug this morning, Chris? Tea. Cup of tea. Well, a cup of tea. Licious. A cup of tea. Mented. Brook Bond dividend. A cup of tea. Have you seen The Last Picard? Yes, Fran. And believe me, I was crying. Wow, what a powerful episode that was. I watched it last night, just before bed. Blooming marvellous. I tell you, I quite fancy the one with the ears. The nasty one and the stubble. What's his name? I quite fancy him. He's the one that was with the android, wasn't he? What's his name? Shirak or something like that? I can't remember his name now. Quite like him. Which one do you like? Oh, and the one with the sword. The mad one with the sword. He's good as well. But Picard last night. Let's not tell people what happened in case they want to watch it. It was a real tearjerker last night on Star Trek Picard. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. And all the little ships, all the ships that appeared. Fantastic. Bum, bum, bum. Where are we going? Trevor Campbell. Good morning, Trevor. Morning, Trevor. Were you there earlier? LaBelle hates clickback. Yeah, me too as well. Me too. Don't worry, darling. Me too. Right, what else have we got here? Good news if you're getting badly bored at the moment, boys and girls. I know some of you get bored. It seems to be the younger people that get bored. They're always bored, aren't they? You see a picture on the Facebook now. Oh, I'm bored. Or on any, I'm bored. Not the TikTok boys and girls. They got something to do. Their little minds are always buzzing away on the next thing to do. Talking about things that people can do. My great niece Evie has learnt some sign language. I am gobsmacked. Gobsmacked. My nephew's wife Stacey, she put up a video of great niece Evie yesterday, and I can't do it myself. It was like, "Hello, how are you?" or whatever it was with the hands. Fantastic. Like it was a whole phrase, not just one word. Where's my beans? Half an hour now. What time did they say? Well, I hope the door hasn't. Well, I missed it. Which could always happen while I'm in conversation with you. You know that. You know that. So she's learnt, and it's a whole phrase. She's learnt a phrase. I was gobsmacked when I saw that. Good on her. Good on great niece Evie there. But if you are, and that's something you could do. Something you could do. While you're sitting there, perhaps learn something new. You don't need to pay for any sort of course or anything like that. You haven't got to do anything like that. Perhaps you want to learn how to repair cars. Start watching YouTube videos. That's what my brother-in-law does. And my nephews. They watch YouTube videos and then they go out and do it. If you're that way inclined and you can do something like that and you can learn it like that, go and do that. Go and learn something new. How can anyone be bored ever? It's beyond me. The only time I ever get bored is when I'm watching the telly and I haven't got into something. And I'm sure you've all done that. You know, you're kind of 45 minutes into something and I can't get into this. And then I get bored, start flicking around. And I see that, no, I don't want that. Flick that, no, I don't want that. Flick, and then I start getting bored. It's the television makes me bored. It shouldn't do. Shouldn't do. I think I might buy a film this weekend. I've never bought a film off the internet. Never. Honest. They're like $4.99. I want to see the Lion King live version. I think that's on the Amazon Prime or the Netflix one. Oh no, you can't buy it on Netflix, can you? On the Amazon Prime, I think. I'd like to see the Lion King Disney film or wherever it is. Oh, actually, it might not be on there now, might it? It probably just on the Disney streaming thing, which I haven't got. I'm not going to get another one. But yeah, I mean, good news if you're badly bored, of course, is that tomorrow you've only got an hour less to be bored because the clocks move forward. So when you're sitting there, you know, bored at 10 o'clock, suddenly an hour's gone. How fabulous is that? Bored for one, and it'll only happen once, I'm afraid. It's only tomorrow. So you should, if you're one of those people that sits at, oh, I'm really bored now. If you're one of those people, then tomorrow you will be bored for 1 hour less. That is very good news, isn't it? 1 hour less of boredom tomorrow. That is good. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. That one. And tomorrow there will be an hour less of boredom for you in your sad, lonely, pathetic lives. Fran watches Gemma cupcake videos and tried the Russian piped cupcakes. See? There's something to learn. You can put all this good time to good use. I've started, get this right, let's get this. I've started doing, are you ready for this? Now, I don't want you to get too excited. I've started doing stomach crunches. Stomach crunches, yes. How do I do them? Well, you're late. You want me to do them. I don't know if there's a camera that can see me doing that. 1 minute. Let me see how far down that goes. No. No. Nope, won't be able to see them today. I've started doing stomach crunches. I'm now up to 15. 15. I'm up to 15 now. Is that correct? Is that you just set yourself a number and do it? Or am I doing that wrong? Anyone do stomach crunches? Let me have a look at the... Oh, I doubt that very much. Not on here. God's sake, look at you all. I can't see anyone there that might be doing stomach crunches. John's paid for the Disney Plus, $5.99 a month. We're going to watch the live-action Lady and the Tramp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Frank Sinatra song. It's not in the film, incidentally. Well, you enjoy that. Tell us about it, John, tomorrow. John, I did ask you, have you got your fridge magnet yet? Did you reply? I might have missed your message, darling. Let me have a look. John Aitken. No, he hasn't got it yet. Really? Oh, God. Stuff is getting lost in the post again. It's a lot of stuff delayed as well, I think. I put that in the post Tuesday night. So, no, or was it Wednesday? I went in the post Wednesday, but it was already picked up. So it would have gone on Thursday. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe it is a little bit too early for that to go. So learn something new. My asthma thing arrived yesterday. The chemist dropped that off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Very good. He said, hello, Matt. I opened the door. He's like standing well away from the door. He said, I put it here for you. That's all right. Just chuck it over. And he chucked it to me and I caught it like that. You know. And I put it down in the corner of the kitchen and I washed my hands and that stays there now for 2 days. 2 days while virus is dying on it. Good. Dead virus. And not a Dalek in sight. Marvellous. I hope it comes soon for you there, John. It's definitely in the post there, all right? Good. That's that little bit done there. What's our news stories here? I was going to do a story about Dettel, but I meant to bring it up, but I haven't got it with me at the moment. Talking of food and eating, we were just talking about some food there, weren't we? Apple pie. Oh, Michael, homemade apple pie. Oh, I'm willing to take a risk of getting the virus from you if you offer me homemade apple pie, Michael. Yes, please, Mummy. Perhaps you could lay it over that pool table for me. I quite like the sound of homemade apple pie. I quite like the McDonald's apple pie. I quite like that, you know, that fried thing that they do. That's absolutely a bit hot inside sometimes, isn't it? But, you know, another large heat blister coming up on your tongue. Like that. Because it's so hot. Oh, terrible. Sean, when me and Tina get bored, we play hide and seek. She hides, I don't seek. LaBelle wears corsets. I think you're a bit behind here, LaBelle. Your messages seem to be coming like 10 minutes after we've talked about whatever. Maybe that's the distance between us, I don't know. Anyway, we're talking about food. In the Daily Mirror this morning, there's a new free app. If you've got like 2 or 1 ingredient left out, what do I do with this? There's a new app called Supercook. Supercook. In the Daily Mail today, Supercook is a free app that suggests recipes for even the barest of fridges and cupboards during the virus outbreak. And it could be a lifesaver. As a result of coronavirus, Brits started excessively stockpiling food, including pasta, rice, canned goods, as well as toilet rolls and cleaning supplies. They left the supermarket shelves bare, as you well know. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. They left supermarket shelves bare, which ultimately meant that vulnerable people and key workers had very little food. It says, and since food doesn't last forever, what will we do when we're running low? At some point, we've all thought, how in the hell am I going to rustle something up here? You know, when you go in the cupboard, maybe there's just, I don't know, a packet of rice and tin of baked beans, maybe. I'll have baked beans. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. Did I tell you about that, the baked beans? Yeah, you can get these big catering packs on Amazon, £12 each. 3 of them are arriving today. Baked beans. As you stare at a random assortment of ingredients from your fridge or cupboards, we have the solution. There is a new free app that will supply you with tons of recipes based on what you have in the house, even if the only appetising thing left sitting on your fridge is a block of Parmesan cheese. Yes, you might only have 1 ingredient, but Supercook will make it work. When you load up the app, Supercook in the Apple Store, it will ask you if you'd like to get started straight away or give you the option of creating an account. It will then show you the ingredients page. It's laid out into 20 categories, which are dairy, vegetables, fruits, baking and grains, added sweeteners, spices, meats, fish, seafood, condiments, oils, seasoning, sauces, legumes and loads of other stuff in there, right? All you do is select what ingredients you already have in a house, and as you do this, you will see the number of items included increase at the bottom of the screen. Then you select See Recipes on the right-hand side, and it will start building you some tasty dishes. It really is as simple as that. It will also ask you if you have any of the suggested add-on ingredients so it can offer even more recipes. So what a great idea. You know when you've got this stuff in the cupboard and you're not quite sure what to do with it? There you go. Download the app, Supercook. Was it called Supercook? Oh, I've closed the blooming page. What an idiot. Hang on, can I open that again? Reopen closed tab. Here we go, look. Oh no, that's a sports thing. Right, let's try another one. Reopen closed tab. Maybe it's that one, is it? There it is. And that app is called Supercook. I was right. The app's called Supercook there. What an excellent idea that is, isn't it? To if you've only got a few bits and pieces and you don't know what's in there. Ah, LaBelle is indeed behind with the comments. That's all right, my darling. That's all right. Chris keeps putting my pool off that way. What do you mean, dear? Right. How many more times are we going to hear about the baked beans? Have you not heard enough times? I've told you about the baked beans. The catering pack ones? They're arriving today. Sort of within, if the post office thing is right on there, within the next 15 minutes. I'm getting worried now. I get a bit worried. I don't think they're coming. No baked beans. What am I going to do? I shall starve to death in front of you. Terrible. There's lots of scams around at the moment. I saw this on the BBC News with the delightful Naga Monchetti this morning. Scams, planes, and they generally arrive, they all arrive either on an email, text message, or WhatsApp message. These seem to be picking up in frequency now, or a knock at the door. These texts, these scams that are coming around, you've got plane and holiday refunds. So I don't know how they do it, but somehow they find that you might have. Well, actually, they probably do phishing. They probably fish and blanket send out a load of messages to all these phone numbers saying that you've been on a holiday recently and we'd like to give you a refund. Please enter your bank details here and a refund will be processed within the next 7 days. Now, I'm looking at my list of people in front of me. I very much doubt that any of you would fall for any of these, but you might do. Plane and holiday refunds. They're one. Selling self-testing virus kits. Okay? So you can order one of these virus kits online. I don't know how much. 30 quid, 40 quid, 50 quid, whatever. It comes in a post. Useless. Useless. Doesn't do anything. Fines for going out. We saw this one. I couldn't believe this one on the telly this morning. So someone's gone out, right? Or they haven't gone out. They've simply received a text message or an email saying that it was observed that you left your property today for 23 minutes. What was not considered allowed at this virus time. Therefore, you are fined £60. Please enter your credit card number. Seriously, people are receiving texts and emails for that. Can you even believe that? The cheek! And you know what people are like? Some people get very worried about this sort of thing. They would pay it. They would pay it. We've got a leaseholder service charge. Someone this morning wrote into the BBC. They got this email again from what looked like their leaseholders people doing service charges and things like that, saying, we're a bit short at the moment. We know you haven't got your bill for a while. Do you mind paying up front and it will help us out? And they pay it. £1,500 this woman lost. Scams. So many scams at the moment. Tax refunds. That's been going around for years, that one. You have received a tax refund from the Inland Revenue, or of course in America the IRS. Please enter your bank details here and we will refund your £1,600, whatever. And people fill it in. They send it off. Oh, why is someone taking money from my account? So easy to do. I don't feel that people are stupid. It's very easy to con people, I think. You know, promise them, you know, you're going to lend them some money or something and you'll definitely get it back, and it never comes back. I've always said that to you. Do not lend money to anyone. I never lend money to anyone. Never. Not a penny. No, because more often than not, it doesn't come back. Oh, you know you'll get it back on this day. No, it doesn't come back. And then you are made to feel guilty for lending them the money. I don't care how poor you are. Not lending any money from me. It doesn't come back. Unless you're happy to give it. When someone says you want to, and you think about, do you know what? I want to give that person some money. Give them the money and do not expect it back. Then you won't be disappointed. Because it probably won't come back anyway. But yes, virus payments. That some people have had emails. Oh, we know that you're self-employed. We'd like to send you some money. And then they please enter your bank details. Always the same, please enter your bank details. Your bank, right? Your bank will never ever send you an email or a phone call or a message asking for your details. It will never happen. And if there's a slight thing in your head that thinks, do you know, maybe they do want to send me a thing, ring them up. Or there's a list of phone numbers everywhere, you know. Ring up. It might be difficult to get through. Better you sit there and wait on the phone for an hour for an answer than be scammed for tens of thousands of pounds. Lottery winnings, there's another one. We have received notification that you've won the lottery. Please enter your bank details. Don't do it. Don't do it. And there's another one here in the Sun this morning. Scam texts offering free Netflix are being used by hackers to lure unsuspecting victims onto dodgy websites. An expert has warned the messages sent by social media, SMS, WhatsApp are offering recipients a free pass for Netflix to keep you entertained while on lockdown during the coronavirus pandemic. And it's one of the things is flicks 2 years 33.xy, and the emails and the links always look a bit strange. They always look a bit strange. Sometimes they might want to try and use the name of the bank. So, for example, it might be Barclays Bank, right? Barclays Bank. I don't know what their let's have a look. What's their main website thing? Let's have a look. It's probably barclaysbank.com. Okay, barclays.co.uk. www.barclays.co.uk. That's the Barclays code, that the website there, right? You'll get an email. Oh, hello, your bank here. We need to reset some information and we have some money to send you. Please follow this link, click on this link and enter your account details. And it won't be barclays.co.uk. It'll be something like yourbankbarclays.co.uk or bankbarclays.co.uk, where someone has changed a little bit of it but tried to use the name in there to con you into handing over all your money. Some of you haven't got much in the bank, I know that. So those of you that don't have much in the bank, maybe you've got £20 in the bank. There'll be people on here that have only got £20 in the bank, if that. So for you to lose that £20 would be an absolute disaster for you, wouldn't it? And those who've got a bit of money in the bank, hundreds of pounds, thousands, maybe tens of thousands or more. And you enter your bank details on something like that, whoosh, it's gone. It's gone. You've transferred it out. And I gather a lot of the time, if you've transferred, I was speaking to my bank about this some time ago. What was it? Oh, yes, when I bought the caravan. And I went, do you know, this is a bit funny, sending your money to someone who says they own a caravan, who you've never met. And I said to him, if I send this to this person, it turns out to be a scam on the bank transfer, how do I get it back? And the woman said, you can't. Once it's gone, if they've taken it out, it's gone. We can't get it back. And that's what they do. So they get your bank details, they send all your money to somewhere else, and they quickly take it all out again. Gone. That's it, mate. Gone. Just like cash. You can report them and all that. If they're in some other country, no chance. So please be very careful with these things. Netflix, as I say, is a new one there. But the actual link on that looks really odd. You wouldn't click on it. It says flicks 2 years 33.xyz / 9v and a load of letters. You wouldn't click on that. It just looks wrong. If it says though tvnetflix.co.uk, then you might click on it. Watch out for all this stuff. It says it's thought that cyber crooks are using the text to hack into your phone or scam into handing over your personal details and banks and all that business. Writing in a blog on security site Bitdefender, he explained how hackers trick their victims by creating a false sense of urgency. So there we are. Very, very dodgy. Very, very dodgy indeed. Give the beans to the key workers, says Mick. I know what you mean. I know what you mean there. Mike Responto, there's a woman called Jack Monroe who has a lot of easy vegan veggie recipes using things you have in your cupboard. She's got a Facebook page. Excellent. There we are. Some recipes coming through there. Rachel, some people are disgusting. They do, though. There's plenty of them around, Rachel, ready to relieve you of your hard-earned savings. There's so many of them around. You have to watch them out. And people in the street as well. Is it a real-life homeless person? Or is it someone who's been put on the streets by an organisation of dodgy people to collect money from people? So difficult to tell. So difficult to tell. Mick wants some money. No lending. No lending. Thank you very much. No lending at all. Are we there? Let's have a look there. Good, they're just talking amongst yourself. I'll do one more story. We've got 2 more stories or one more story? 2 more story. There's a lovely one to finish with. Okay, get ready. Get ready. Not yet. Get ready to ask for your raffle tickets. What's the chances that bloke's going to... My 5 minutes till my beans are... They're not coming, are they? Not coming. My beans aren't coming. Where have I told you about my baked beans that are coming today? Where are they? No one's rung my door yet. Unless he's arrived and left them out. No, he wouldn't do. He can't. He has... The bell would have gone off. My camera would have seen... I have cameras everywhere, dear. Watching. Watching and waiting. Is that a knock on the door? I keep hearing strange noises. Bangs going on in here. The only thing being banged in here, I'm telling you that now, my love. Never mind, dear. It was fun while I was young. How many trainers have you got? My mate's a trainer person. He's got hundreds of the blooming things. So many trainers. All in this. He's got a special room for his trainers. Seriously. Hundreds and hundreds of pairs of trainers he's got. He goes, oh, that's a lovely pair. How many do you want? And they get a tiny mark on them. He chucks them away. God, you want to see my trainers? I've got a pair of bright red trainers. Great nephew Harry, 6, absolutely hates them. He hates them. He tried to throw them away once. Great nephew Harry. He hid them from me. Where's my trainers? I'll never forget the first time I went round to see them with these new trainers on. So I'm in there, and Harry's standing there. All right, Harry. All right. He's 6 years old. What have you got on? He absolutely hates my red trainers. But I wear trainers until the bottom's falling off them. Seriously. My mate, little scratch on there, throws them in the bin. Doesn't even give them to me. Why are you throwing those away? I'll have them. How much will you give them for me? That's what he's like. I said, well, you're chucking them away. Not the point. Tight, dear. Anyway, in the Daily Mail today, James Penty has spent around £30,000 on more than 400 pairs of Adidas trainers. 400 pairs. Oh, that's about to go round. What's that? It's about to go to PM. Watch the Saturday. The Saturday's about to turn around. Always an exciting moment when the clock moves around. Doesn't happen sort of bang on the hour. It's about to do it. You'll hear the noise and it'll click over. I'll stop talking when I hear the noise, okay? It's difficult for me to stop talking. I know that. Very difficult for me. Did you see that? Wasn't that exciting? Did you hear that? It is now Saturday PM. Where's my blooming beans? Have I told you about my beans? Big catering packs arriving. £12 each from Amazon. A shoe lover addicted to buying Adidas trainers has no plans to stop despite spending more than £30,000 on his obsession. James Penty says his collection is his pride and joy, and has even blown off a romantic Valentine's dinner at the last minute to get his hands on a pair of trainers. The 33-year-old has queued up for 23 hours at a time and once drove more than 200 miles to get a vintage pair of trainers. His addiction began in 2005 when he bought a pair of Rare City Series trainers. I have no idea what Rare City trainers are. But there's a picture of them. Hundreds and hundreds of pairs of trainers, all different colours. White, blue, black, yellow, green, red, purple. Blimey. As with most collectors, you know, you could look at him that he collects trainers in the same way as some people would collect stamps, some people go fishing, some people have electric train sets. That's his thing. You could look at it like that. But he says, as with most collectors, he keeps around 60% of his collection in the box and does not wear them out and about to ensure they stay in mint condition. Collectible trainers rocket in price. There was a programme on the telly about this some time ago where people, they sell their trainers on, and, you know, if it's been a limited edition, they can go for hundreds of pounds. My younger nephew, Jimmy, he used to not think twice about spending £200 on a pair of trainers. 200 quid on a pair of tatty old trainers. Because you can have your name put on the side. Wow. Although, you know, when he was younger, admittedly, you know, when he's 22 now, you know, I mean, it's not exactly young now. But of course, you know how it is, like little boys and little girls when they're like, I don't 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As they get into the teenagers' years, of course, it's costing you more to keep them. And I think he was 15 or 16. And he went down to London, right, with mum and dad and me. And we went to the Nike shop. And you go in there and you choose these trainers, and then you go and choose what you want on them. And then they take them away. Okay, we'll send them to you. They got some sort of design of his name on there or something like that. And then they come in the post. Thank you very much. £150. Jesus. Pair of trainers. You get trainers in Audi. £10, dear. £9.99. Thank you very much. Wouldn't bother me having a second-hand pair of trainers, really. I expect you can find those on eBay. Decent trainers, second-hand. I got new trainers in the cupboard. I would never pay that on a pair of trainers. Never in 1,000 years. I've got Ralph Lauren ones in that cupboard next door. 2 pairs, right, that I bought 2 years ago. I wait for the sales. And these £90 trainers become 25 quid, 30 quid. You don't have to pay full money for designer clothes as long as you don't want the brand new ones that have just come out 2 hours ago. Wait for the sales, big sales, and go to those designer outlets. They've got them all over the place, designer outlets. It says, as with most collectors, he keeps around 60% of his collection in the boxes and doesn't wear them out to ensure they stay in mint collection. His motto is always judge a man by his footwear. Well, I wear red trainers. What does that make me? He has even insured his collection with a specialist firm to protect against fire or damage. Well, if they've got 30 grand's worth, that's probably a very sensible thing to do. He says, I just love the brand and I love the history of Adidas. I love learning about the old pairs and the banter with fellow collectors when we're queuing up for pairs. So they talk about trainers. I mean, how interesting are these people? I mean, I can almost understand people talking about Star Trek, you know, that documentary made about spaceships that are flying around as we are doing this show, you know. You can understand that. Talking about, you know, the captains of the ships that are flying around, the various organisations that are not attacking us at the moment because they're frightened of getting the virus. Even the Borg won't come here. I saw a Borg cube the other day. I was looking for my binoculars outside. There was a Borg cube and I got all worried, and then it stopped and went back the other way when it saw the virus on this planet at this very moment, dear. Shocking. Poor Boris. How's Boris doing? Is he all right, Boris? Is he still at home in sort of mild conditions? We hope he is. This bloke says it's a lifestyle choice and I'm obsessed with them. Well, I think we know that, dear. £30,000 on trainers. I'll leave that story there. That you've heard enough of that, I'm sure. But as I say, you know, I wear a pair of trainers until they're literally falling apart. I don't know if you remember, it was last year or the year before. I had this pair of trainers and the bottom was coming away, so the bottom had come off. Somehow I glued them, I stapled them, I nailed them, anything to keep them going. Oh dear. Fran, what does my head in are the people stockpiling food and then we can't get what we need. Yeah, forget about the trainers. Okay, you can ask for your raffle tickets now, boys and girls. Ask for your raffle tickets. Rachel, £30,000 on trainers. I think it needs training. Yes, I wear trainers till the place is in the bin. Same as me, Fran. Don't chuck stuff away. My mum always said, don't waste things. And trainers that have not been worn until they're dead are wasted trainers. Absolutely. Do people really go around looking at other people's feet? They do, I think, Rachel. Very strange people. Red trainers makes you a clown. Oh, my nephew's wife said that. What have you come as today? Coco the clown. Adrian spent £250 on a pair of trainers in a sale when they were 600. Now I can... Oh, blimey. £250 on trainers. I don't care if they were £600. I tell you, if you want to see expensive trainers, go in Selfridges. Go in Selfridges. My God. Armani trainers. £700? £800? I think it's Armani, one of those things, you know. A gold stitching round the soul, please. All the Arabs are in there buying this stuff, you know. £800 on a pair of trainers. Gosh. John's only got 2 pairs. Very sensible. Let's do the raffle tickets. Michael Lawrence, 246. I've got one more story for you before we go, gang. After this, all right? Thank you, Michael. Michael Pullman, 247. Fran Green, 248. Scrolling down. Adrian Richardson, 249. Tony King, 250. Heidi. Good morning, Heidi, 251. Sitting there very quiet today, darling. Morning, Heidi. Mick Davenport, 252. Colin Coates, 253. Sean Pye, 254. Rachel, 255. Well, the beans are not here. Is that everyone? Ross Herndon, 256. Diane, hello Diane, 257. Right, let's have a look there. There'll be an email here from Jason Hughes. Yep, there he is. 258 Jason. Jason Hughes. What did I say? 258 for Jason. Is it 258? 258. 258 for Jason. I think that's it, isn't it? Is that everyone? There we are. Got an email there from Mark Jones, but I think he appeared in the end, didn't he, Mark Jones? He did appear in the end on the chat box. You couldn't get that working at first. That does happen sometimes. It won't be something I've done here. Sprinter Van, morning Sprinter Van is 259. John Aitken, 260. Beans. Oh, what beans? Oh, haven't I mentioned my beans? Sorry. Is that everyone? If I've missed anyone out, please speak now, boys and girls. If you're a silent viewer and you want a raffle ticket to win one of our lovely little fridge magnets on Monday, that's on Monday's show, then just send us an email and I will correct my my not being sorry. I will add you to the raffle tickets there, okay? Mandy Davenport, 261. Anyone else been missed out? Please speak now. Okay, I'll do the birthdays, then I've got one more story to finish with, which is a wonderful story. Please wait for the story, okay? But today's birthdays, happy birthday. I'd like to say rest in peace today for someone's birthday. Stephen Bacon, who was a drag queen. He was a lovely chap, actually. He died some time ago of cancer, actually. And he made, he told you the story. He told you the story as he was, how would you say, on his journey out, so to speak. And he kept it going. And I'll never forget the last one he put. He said, well, that's it now. My time is nearly up. This is the last message you'll see from me. And very shortly after that, he went. But he told the story. It was going and was just surreal. It really was. So happy birthday up in heaven to Stephen Bacon today. Marticca, who was, I think she's the manager at, the name of the place has gone right out of my head. The bar in Cleethorpes I was doing the karaoke at last summer. Happy birthday to Marticca. I'll call her Marticca, that's all right, isn't it? Marticca, today 28 years old. Presumably you're out of a job at the moment, my darling, which is the same as everyone else. So God knows what's going to happen. If we're lucky enough to come through this all alive, what are we going to be left with? Happy birthday to Marticca, I think it is. Julie Russell today is 45 years old. Happy birthday, Julie. Lisa Allington is 45 years old. And Morag McDuff, long time since I've seen you, at least about 4 years, I reckon. 48 years old today. Happy birthday to each and every one of you today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, we got one more raffle ticket to give out. Billy today, number 262 for Billy. Good morning, Billy. Sitting there nice and quietly there. Good morning, Billy, to you. One more story for you today, boys and girls. This is in this morning's Metro. And this is so nice. This is a really good, do-good, happy story to finish with, even though my baked beans are now 10 minutes late. No beans. Never mind. In today's Metro, since the start of February, 5-year-old Jacob Garrett has been collecting chocolate eggs from friends, family members, friends, family, and members of New Song Kids, which is a church in Warrington. But Jacob hasn't been stockpiling for a post-lockdown feast. Nope. He's donated all the chocolate eggs he can, gathered to NHS workers on the front line of the coronavirus crisis. On Tuesday, 70 eggs, all gathered up by this little 5-year-old, Jacob, were delivered to Whitsun Hospital in Lancashire. His mum, Sarah, 32, and dad, Darren, were so proud of Jacob for the kind gesture. Sarah said, "We are bursting with pride. We are so proud of him and the fact that he is helping others." The family regularly donates unwanted tins and packets to their local food bank, and Jacob began asking questions why. Sarah added, "He's a very inquisitive little boy. He just wants to know everything." Once I explained to him that some people cannot afford to buy food in the shops to feed their families and have to rely on people giving, he asked whether the family could open a food bank or a toy bank. He said, "I've got loads of toys. Can we set up a toy bank?" Wow. Originally, Jacob planned to donate the eggs to children who will be spending Easter in hospital. But as some of the mums and dads of his friends at the Sherdley Primary School work in critical care, he decided to share his eggs with doctors and nurses. Sarah said the family does not make a habit of watching the news together, but it's on in the background, and Jacob is aware of the challenges nurses and doctors face daily. She said, he doesn't know about the whole ins and outs of the coronavirus, but he does know that doctors and nurses are risking their lives on the front line looking after people who are incredibly poorly. He is constantly thinking about other people and wants to do his bit, knowing it'll go quite a long way. Isn't that just a wonderful, fantastic story to finish off with? Isn't that wonderful? I do like a story like that, and that's just such a nice story to finish off a show with. It really have. Okay, your last lot of messages there. Let's have a look there. Rachel's dying to go. Wait, you can go now, Rachel. Mark, clock change tonight, of course. We mentioned that at the beginning of the show, so you'll be bored for one less hour tomorrow. Okay, my loves. Michael, we've been over this. We know they haven't been yet. I know they haven't been yet. What if they don't come? John, what a great little boy. There we are. Tony King, breaking BBC News. Chris Reardon on suicide not watch because of Bean's non-delivery. We'll see if they come or not there. I'm going to have to wait in now, aren't I? Won't be able to go for my walk over the forest. Anyway, that's it for the show today. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, boys and girls. I beg your pardon, tomorrow night. We got bingo tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Okay? I'll see you for the bingo tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. If you want to tell anyone about the bingo, that's fine. Tell them to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and get them to email me on that email saying, please can you add me to the bingo for Sunday nights, and I'll be very, very happy to do that for you. Tell other people about the bingo here on Saturday nights. The more the merrier. Have a lovely Saturday. Thanks very, very much for watching and listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.